Once again, I welcome you in the second class of word stress. If you remember, in the previous class, we have discussed about the syllables which are getting more force or which are getting pronounced with a more force, or we actually taking our high pitch, then that particular syllable is known as the stressed syllable. And to clarify that, we have to put one stress mark, that is the primary stress mark, that is a vertical bar on the syllable which is stressed more, and the one which is less stressed could get the secondary stress mark. Now, after that, I said you that we are going to continue the class with the rules. So, certain rules are there. I'll try to explain you the few rules in this class, and further will continue in the next class the leftover rules. Okay. Now, the first rule is that words with weak prefixes stress on the second syllable. Prefix you know very well. Before the word, something or some word or any of the letter which is added before the word is known as the prefix. So, the weak prefixes, the prefixes which are not pronounced with the more stress and which are weak in nature, get the stress on the second syllable, like this one here. For example, weak prefixes being taken as A, B, E, D, E, R, E, C, O, N or E. E when it get separated. Now here we have given some examples for you. About, about. The stress is on B, not on A, not before A, okay, because about, when you are talking about anything, you take about more, a less, okay. So, if you have to put the secondary stress, where you can put? You can put the secondary stress over here, but we are talking right now about the primary stress, okay. So, about, alone, she was going alone, alone, you are not taking a more, you are taking lone more, okay. So, she was going all alone. Here lone is given more importance even though A is there. So, we have to get the stress on the second syllable. Above, above, above the diagram, above the bench, above the tree. So, when you are taking this one, you are getting high pitch on above, low on a. So, here the stress could be fall on the second syllable, that is b. The next is allowed, allowed, allowed. It is not about loud, we are getting in a loud way, okay. So, there we are putting the stress mark. Now, for this next is the become. The prefix is B over here, become. Then next is below, below the bench, below, low is more pronounced. So, obviously syllable when you divide, below, two syllable, but it is getting the stress on the second syllable. Beneath. Next is continue, continue the talk, continue the conversation, continue, okay. Will continue the class. Con would be in a low voice, low pitch. Tenue would be in the high pitch. Resistant, resist, z sound here. Then rebirth, b, second syllable. Regain, again second syllable. Exactly, second syllable. Endeavor, endeavor, second syllable, not the first. Endeavor, it is trisyllabic word. Many of them are the trisyllabic word. Resistant, but the prefixes which are very weak, they give the primary stress, or you can say they give the syllable the second syllable get the more importance compared to the first syllable. Here many are there, as I said, trisyllabic word are there, but still we are getting the stress mark on the second syllable rather than the third one or the first one. Okay, because the prefixes, these prefixes are weak. Next is departure. Departure, it is trisyllabic, but we are getting the stress on the second syllable. Delay. Delay, two syllabic, we are getting on the second syllable. Degree, it is degree, get your degree done, complete your degree first. D, low, gree, more. So here we are putting the stress on the g sound where we are getting the second syllable. This is the first rule, and if you follow me carefully, you could have got that idea that if you remember these, the prefixes, you can get very easy idea that okay, when these prefixes are coming up, when the words are starting with these prefixes, we have to simply put the stress on the second syllable. Don't think for a single moment. It is not difficult for you. Just get a tip, get an idea into your mind that whenever you get a word with this type of the prefixes, immediately without thinking for a second moment, you have to put the stress on the second syllable. These rules are meant to make the path easier for you. The rules actually clarify the grammar in a better way. So this word stress rules are there only to make for you the way easy, or you can say the stress marking, making stress marking not stressful but in an easy way. Okay, now the second rule is compound words. The compound words get the stress on the first syllable. Compound means two words joining together to make another word. Two different words can make together another word. Toothpaste, it is a compound word where we are getting two ones. Tooth is another one word and paste is the another, but we are combining together to form the another word, that is with a new meaning, another noun we are getting. So this type of the ones will get the stress on the first syllable. Toothpaste, it is the first syllable. The next is grandmaster. Grandmaster, two words getting the many syllables, but it will get the stress on the first syllable. Grandmaster. Next is postman. Postman, compound word. Again you have to put that on the first syllable. How many you are getting? Like tea party, book shop, tea break. If you are getting this type of the compound words, again the rule is meant to make it easier for you. So if you remember this rule, that whenever there is a compound word coming up for you, like for the grandmaster you can take grandmother, grandfather, anything, compound words are there. When you take this compound word, immediately put the stress on the first syllable without even thinking for a single moment more. Okay, so that shows that if you remember the rules, only 5 rules are there. So out of these, if you remember these rules, it will be very easy for you to continue, or you can say perform the stress marking in a better way, and you would get a confidence that okay, you are doing in the stress marking properly and you don't get any stress for the stress marking. Now next is rule number 3. Words end in teen get the stress on teen. Okay, so this is very easy, where you get the teen, 15, 19, 18, wherever you are getting that, you should remember that the stress could be on teen. Okay, the stress could be on teen rather than, that means it is on the second syllable or the last syllable. last syllable you are getting that teen, and on that only you have to put the stress. Rather than thinking for the other things, immediately go for that and put the stress on the word or syllable which has teen. Teen, there you can put the stress mark. Now next is that in the same multiples of 10 get stress on first syllable. Multiples of 10. What is the multiples of 10 over here given? 50. Get stressed on the first syllable. No need for thinking anything. You have to put that on the first syllable. 50, first syllable. 60, first syllable. 2000, it is first syllable. So again, this is one of the very easy thing to remember. Multiples of 10, first syllable. If we are getting teen at the end, put it on teen itself. The word itself get the stress mark. Okay, so these are the 3 rules which we have to follow, and 2 more rules are there which will continue in the next class. First, get the idea that why the rules are being made. Remember that always that the rules are made to make it anything easier for you. If the rules are not there, you will get a clog into your mind that how to find out which syllable is stressed. When you pronounce, sometimes the pronunciations are different. Honestly speaking, because we Indians pronounce in a different way. Like there is one word which is being normally spoken in a different way. I'll give you the example for this one. Here it is banana. It's banana. Have you eaten any banana? Banana, banana. Okay, here you have to get the stress on the banana, nana. Okay, but how many people pronounce it as banana? Many people pronounce it in a separate way. Banana. Banana. Okay, more or less it looks like Hindi or like Urdu you are pronouncing. So there is a need for us to understand that when we have different types of pronunciations in one country where we speak different languages, and English still is considered as a foreign language, there we need certain rules to be identified, certain rules to be followed to understand how to pronounce. If you get an idea of these rules properly, you get an idea to put the stress properly, and in overall you get an idea how to pronounce the word. Obviously it will improve your language. So keep it in mind that all these rules are made to make the language easier for yourself. Okay, not only for yourself, it is for everybody. So we'll move on to the next rule in the next class. By the time, keep it in mind all these rules and try to practice it properly, and remember it out always that unless and until you follow the rules, you won't get the improvement in your life. So by the time, take care. Have a nice day.